If you have not watched my last podcast, you just have to go look for it. Okay, marriage is a journey. Marriage is a journey. That was the last podcast that I had. It will bless you a great deal. I also urge you again and again to try as much as possible to give me feedback of how you have enjoyed the lessons that I share. Okay, I'm going to talk about the fact that marriage is a school. Marriage is a school. Until you understand this truth, you may not take delivery of your portion in marriage institution. That's why we call marriage institution. Marriage institution. It's one of the reasons why people have issues in marriage is because many of them are not even qualified in the first instance to go into marriage institution. Many were not mentally prepared. Many were not emotionally prepared. They are coming from a dysfunctional family setting and all that. And they never remove all those baggage before entering into the institution. There is a need for you, particularly, I'm addressing particularly people who want to get into marriage. Get qualified. Get qualified. And I'm talking about this aspect of emotional qualification. Get emotionally stable for marriage. Get intellectually stable for marriage. Get financially stable for marriage. Because you're going to be confronted with so much challenges in marriage. In marriage. In marriage. So your emotional stability will help you to be able to help your partner. Now, if you are that kind of an individual who has been beaten and bashed here and there, and you are longing for somebody to help you out, yes, you need support system. But if you are that kind of person, that you're just looking for, who can help me out without being strong yourself, you will not be able to add value to one another. I give you a typical example. Before I got into marriage, I had made up my mind because I happened to come from a polygamous family setting. My father married 3 wives. And these 3 wives that my father had, my father was beating them, physically beating them. I saw my father beating my mother, and I was not happy about it as a young kid those days. So when leaving that place, I had made up my mind, particularly when I gave my life to Christ, that my marriage was not going to be like that. I was not going to beat my wife. It was a decision, a deliberate decision. So marriage must be on the premise of the decisions you have made before entering into it. What are those decisions you have made? What will you be doing within the corridors of marriage? What will you be doing? How will you be living your life with your spouse? Are you going to be fighting like your father fought? You should be a better version of your father. To the glory of God, I can say I'm a better version of my father. Yes, in all areas. I'm a better version of my father because of the decisions that I've made. Some people go into marriage institution with this kind of feeling, oh yes, oh we are in love, oh we are this, we are that. Beloved, marriage is not going to be sustained only on the premise of feelings or emotions. Decisions will keep you going. My wife is unique, just like me too, I'm unique. So it's when 2 people come together, they start studying each other. They start studying each other. Courtship is not the same thing as marriage at all. It is when both of you are pronounced husband and wife that you begin to see real people. That's when you talk about people management, spouse management, partner management, and what have you. And if you don't have that understanding that this marriage is a school, you like to quit. Every marriage is unique. Every marriage is unique. I have learned from my father in the Lord, Bishop David Oyedepo, as far as the issue of marriage is concerned. My spiritual tree, you know, um, have impacted me a lot. My grandfather in the Lord, Pastor E. Adeboye, loved his wife in total, particularly when I heard one day that he was still doing dishes in the kitchen for the family. Wow, I chose it. I said, yes, I'm going to do the same thing. So I will go to the kitchen, cook food, and what have you, to help my wife. You know, you can also see that there are some men that feel that they are the alpha and omega of their family. They are the lion of the tribe of their house. You know, they don't do anything. They come back from work and it's like, okay, you go to the kitchen, you bring food, and you stand like you sit down like a landlord, or I don't know what to call you. It's not supposed to be so. Please see marriage as partnership. Two of you have come together from different backgrounds, different cultures, and all that. So you have come, so you are starting a school together. Yes, the husband being the leader is the school principal, and your wife is the vice principal of the school called marriage institution. So a lot of learning will go on. A lot of learning will go on. The truth of the matter is that there is no school of marriage anywhere where you say, okay, teach me how to reach out to this person. Yeah, they will give you nuggets, they'll give you some insights, but it's not possible for those insights to walk upon or to walk on or walk in the person that you are married to. You know why? That person is an individual. He has individual idiosyncrasies, has individual personalities, you know, and what have you? And what have you? Everybody is unique. So you must be ready to learn. Okay, for 35 solid years of our marriage, God has been training us in so many areas. Our spiritual lives, we're still learning. So we have not graduated. So I want to see marriage as a school that you don't graduate from. There is no graduation from the school of marriage. As long as you are married, you're going to be learning new things about your spouse. And how you respond, not react, respond matters a great deal. Some people react. They put up, your spouse put up a particular lifestyle, doing some certain things, and it's like, ooh, why? No, just see it as a learning thing. So, okay, this person has brought this. How do I respond? How do I respond? The way you respond is very, very key to the harmony that you aspire to have, even in your marriage. So I also describe marriage as a place of discovery and rediscovery. So don't be surprised that you're discovering some certain things about your wife in marriage. But there are some fundamentals that are inimical to the harmony of the family. For instance, if your wife was not transparent enough to tell you whether she had a child out of wedlock or whether she did this, it can be so traumatizing. Do you understand what I mean? It will affect the family. It will definitely affect the marriage. Why didn't you tell me you had a child out of wedlock? Why now? Why are you showing me now? Men have that issues. Women also have that issues. My wife and I promise each other to be transparent. Transparent to the core. There was no secret. I never had any child out of wedlock. She never had any child out of wedlock. Actually, two of us got married as virgins. So there was no hanky-panky. There was nothing to hide, as it were. We're open to one another. Yes. Okay, you had boyfriend. Oh, yes, you had girlfriend. Oh, yes. Everything was open, laid bare. So there was nothing to really hide, as it were. So we see marriage as a season to discover temperaments. So when I talk about discovery, marriage is a place of discovery and rediscovery, majorly on temperaments. By nature, I'm a sanguine stroke choleric. My wife is melancholic stroke choleric. Now imagine that two of us are just choleric stroke choleric getting married. We have issues, great issues, because you can't have two leaders in a boat, or you can't have two captains rather in a boat or in a ship. There must always be somebody to lead. Yes, you are partners, but there must always be a partner. It's just like in the Senate, for instance, they are all senators, but within the senators, they decided that, look, we will have one person as the Senate president. So he becomes the leader of other senators. You understand that? So within the family institution, we have the leader. Others must be willing to respect the leader. You understand? My wife, the children, and everybody living within our home should be able to know that this man is the leader. He's the one who charts the direction or the destiny of the marriage or of the family. When we make mistakes as husband and wife, my wife and I were deliberate, and we are still deliberate and intentional about learning from those mistakes and deciding to become better, to become better. I want to end by saying, you knowing that marriage is a school, you have so much to learn from one another, you are going to be patient with one another. You're going to be patient. Something happened was yesterday. My wife was deeply troubled about a particular issue, and she was disturbed and she was crying. I said, what is it? Oh, when she told me, I said, that's a small thing. The way I responded calmed her down, and I gave her ideas how to resolve the matter. He said, is that what? I said, yes. So I see myself as a solution provider, a problem solver within the corridors of marriage. That's how God has made me the leader. I must provide the answer to my wife, providing solutions. So if she's emotionally challenged, she should run to me. She's financially challenged, she should be able to run to me. And that's why I advise all wives out there. Wives, are you hearing what I'm saying? Please pray for your husband constantly. That your husband be a wise husband, that your husband be fully empowered financially to be able to be a blessing. Yes, God is blessing you as a wife. There's nothing wrong in that you even have money more than your wife. I mean, more than your husband. It shouldn't be the reason why you despise him. You despise him. Now, let me share this with you. When my wife and I got married, the job that I got, civil servant, the money they were paying me was nothing to write home about. She was earning more than me. Now, I thank God for her life, that she never despised me or she never looked down on me, because now I'm the one calling the shots financially. Can you see that? Table can change. Table can change. Table can change. So try as much as possible to honor the man, the leader in him. God never made a mistake to have made the man your head. And if you begin to now see yourself as a man, as an equal to that man, beloved, you will miss it completely. Your marriage will never know peace. I'm not cursing you, but that's the reality. You never know peace because you are trying to fight your head, your leader, and it's never going to be okay at all. Once again, God bless you. greatly for tuning in. I know you are blessed by this podcast. If you enjoy it, please try as much as possible to share with other people so that they can be blessed. It is not the hearers that are blessed, it is the doers that are blessed. May you be a doer of whatever nuggets, whatever instruction, whatever word of counsel that I have brought your way today. God bless you. Bye bye.